Okay, so hello everyone, and thank you for joining the meeting. I would like to introduce myself, and as you saw in the agenda, I would like to do introductions of everybody and then talk a little bit about ECH, and then we can have a brief question and answer session where you could ask ECH members some questions about the community and how to get more involved. So myself, I would consider myself to have a legal background in international law, and I've always been interested in blockchain and always been interested in getting more involved, but didn't really know how to. So I did some research about the Ethereum community, and I learned about this opportunity to join the Ethereum cat herders through Week in Ethereum newsletter. And I think I joined the first meeting, the EIP editor apprenticeship meeting on November 17. And since then I got involved doing writing for an issue or working on a media project. And eventually early this month, I got involved to writing a blog on writing a couple of blogs and getting involved in Reddit and social media communications. So right now I'm part of an ops team for ECH, and this is actually my first meeting to host other newcomers. So I'm kind of excited and nervous, of course. So I would like to know what your background is, what got you to interested in ECH, and kind of what interests you, like what projects are interesting for you, and how we can help you get more involved. So this is a brief introduction of myself, and I guess we could start with the ECH herder in chief, which is Pooja Ranjan. And I would also like to ask Ken to join after Pooja. Thank you.
Thank you, Shubhangi, for organizing this meeting. And it's really interesting to see a newcomer hosting this event for the first time, to welcome more newcomers. That's how the Ethereum cat herder works. Like it's called as a decentralized project management group for Ethereum community. And we are just trying to decentralize as much as possible by any and all means of contribution from whoever are interested to be a part of the community. So hello, everyone. I am Pooja Ranjan, the herder-in-chief with the Ethereum cat herders. I spend a decent amount of my work time in coordination, education, and process building. That's mostly around the EIPs and the network upgrade. As a cat herder, I organize and facilitate different meetings. The EIP editors apprenticeship meeting that Shubhangi just mentioned is I think more relevant to the new contributors. And apart from that, we have different meetings for different tasks that are owned by the cat herders. Of course, the Ethereum cat herders bi-weekly meeting, and there is this EIP that is for process improvement around EIPs. There are a couple of devs and community breakout room meetings in which we try to gather feedback from community and try to help come to a decision on certain protocols. Our interaction with the EIP editors and Ethereum researchers and the client development team help us collect relevant information and communicate the latest progress with the Ethereum community. So that's broader level of what cat herders do in this space. And I'm really excited to meet potential new contributors to the Ethereum space.
Thank you so much, Pooja. And I would like to ask Ken to also introduce himself.
Yep. Hey everyone, I'm Ken from Texas. Very nice to meet you all today. I'm a part of the Ethereum. Is my sound okay?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you properly. Mic issues. Okay. Well, let me introduce Ken a little bit because he's part of my communication ops team. And I think, Ken, you can still chat in the window and introduce yourself, right? Yeah, so we shouldn't have a problem there. He works with us in the communications department. I think he's in charge of the Twitter account. And he's also working on a big event for International Women's Day in March. So he also is doing work on video making projects. So he's involved in many projects that are very helpful to ECH. And if you are interested in contributing in those areas, you can definitely reach out to him. And I think he can chat in the window if you have any questions for him. So I guess we can ask the newcomers to introduce themselves now. Juan, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. Good morning to everyone. I'm from Mexico, so in this morning here. And I've been involved with Ethereum or at least researching Ethereum for like since 2015. I used to work in the Nuevo León state government and strategic planning, and I studied international relations before that.
Oh, wow.
And I was there for like 5 years, always with one eye in my work and one eye in the Ethereum developments. You know, it's hard to look away once you start to get into Ethereum. And so, yeah, in 2020 at the beginning, I had the opportunity to quit my job and start going full time on crypto. You know, full time degen, as they say. You know, looking for farms and it was a very good year. I've always had this this drive to be more involved in the community. Everything I do it by myself. So I mean, I have a few friends, but to do something with my time that will help the community go up and with my skills. So yeah, I heard about the Ethereum cat herders from Twitter, I think. And yeah, I started reading a little bit and thought, hey, maybe I get to know you guys a little more about what you do and maybe find some ways in where I can help, you know.
Thank you so much. And I think you also filled out the onboarding form and you showed some interest in getting involved with the technical aspects of the ECH community. So thank you so much for joining the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
And Viktor, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yeah, so my background, I've spent about 12 or 13 years working in traditional finance. I worked in investment banking, helping to build electronic trading systems for equities and options. So I have a finance background. I was working in a, I guess, product management, project management, business development world for that. I decided to leave that job last year and getting involved in crypto was kind of on the top of my list. I've been kind of I guess more of an investor, watching things from the sidelines for for a few years, since like the 2017 bull run there. Yeah, and I think now I'm just I've just been kind of getting hands-on in the with the different ecosystems, keeping an eye open for things that would actually be interested in pursuing potentially as a career, next step in my career. Ethereum has definitely been something that I've followed for a number of years, and definitely got a lot more interested in it over the last 6 months, as I've actually sort of gotten more hands-on with sort of what's been going on, with blockchain in general. It is something that I've considered kind of pursuing, but it doesn't necessarily seem like the Ethereum Foundation necessarily has sort of a lot of kind of your traditional type jobs. But I've been kind of exploring different Discord channels and things like that, trying to get involved. And I think I saw this one. I want to say somewhere on the Ethereum website. This was kind of one of the, I want to say one of the kind of the main groups that were recommended. So yeah, I'm just, excited to learn. I'm excited to see like how I can contribute. Obviously it's a bit of transition for me to kind of get into this kind of, it's a very different way of kind of organizing and contributing and I guess working in this space now. But yeah, I'm just, excited to learn more, excited to, make some contribution, hopefully, where I can.
Well, thank you so much for introducing yourself. Yeah, it's a different, the concept of decentralization is so basic to the Ethereum community. So even the way people work with each other is so different. Even personally, for me, it was a quite a change from a traditional working environment to a decentralized working environment. But I think it's very interesting, and I think you would really it's fascinating in some ways because it's so different. But yeah, I mean, just the fact that I'm in East Asia talking to people from all over the country, all over the world about this. Yeah, it's very interesting for me. So I guess after the introductions, we can talk a little bit about the Ethereum cat herders group. Let's see if I can do the share screen so I can show you the website and some of the projects that people are working on. Okay, so I think one of the easiest ways to look at the various updates that happen in ECH is to look at the website and just see what is happening. Recently, as you can see, ECH celebrated the 3rd year anniversary. So the highlights of ECH are in the blog article. And the biggest milestone that's going to happen in the future is the merge. So there's going to be a lot of resources related to that. But we can look at the roadmap 2022 to look at some of the exciting projects happening this year. ECH launched its first podcast that's streaming on Spotify this month. And we had 2 guests already, Andre Cronje, and I hope I'm saying their names correctly, and Thomas S., and 2 celebrities in the crypto world. We have another new project called Learn to Earn, and this is about increasing participation and awareness of Ethereum improvement proposals and research. So people who are interested in learning more about the Ethereum community, they can take these educational videos and get rewarded for answering questions based on that. So it's a Learn to Earn project. Of course, we want to get more people involved. So we have the onboarding meetings happening, but we're also involving the community through event participation, through organizing hackathons, through going to conferences. So there are many different ways to get involved in terms of community building and communications. If you look at the recap over here, you will see that there's so many ways in which ECH got involved. So I will just mention some of the things that happened. For example, let me go down over here. ECH started doing EIP-IP meetings to improve the EIP standardization process. So these are basically ways in which the EIP, which is the Ethereum improvement proposals that are submitted by various authors at a fast pace, need to get standardized before they can get approved by the community. So standardizing the process improvement is very important. So the EIP-IP meetings are one way that you can get involved to improve that process. Ms. Pujaranjan is in charge of the PEEP and EEP educational video series. It's basically getting more in-depth information about what EIPs are going to get involved in the future forks. Now, I'm not a technical person again, so I'm not going to be very detailed about what they mean, but basically, if you want to get a good detailed overview of a future EIP, then you can join the Zoom meeting or you can watch the YouTube video related to it. And you can even ask questions about that EIP on Reddit, on Ethereum Magicians Forum, and even talk to the authors directly on Twitter even. So that's one way of raising public awareness about these EIPs. And if you're interested in getting more involved in the developer side of these issues, then you can get involved in these projects. The EIP Editor Apprenticeship Program, as Pooja said, that's one of the projects that ECH would love to have more contributors involved in, because there's so many new EIPs that are already in the process of trying to merge with the repository. Am I making sense, Pooja?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, basically, EIPs are the proposal that are considered for Ethereum network upgrade if they are on the core side. And there are many decentralized apps, those are making use of these EIPs. So, yeah.
So that's why it's important to get them standardized, and we need more and more EIP editors to make sure that they're following the same standard procedure, the same standard format, so that it is readable to people, so that it is so that we're able to raise awareness about these EIPs, and people can test them and implement them in a timely manner. So that's a very important project. And ECH Engineering, which is working on various bot programs to streamline the EIP editing process. And William Schwab is one of the core members of ECH, and he has been involved in this new project called Cat Blazers, and it's a way to improve external engagement and to improve internal coordination as well. So it's a way to kind of get people who are interested in the Ethereum community to find ways to build on their interest and get involved in projects that they may not even be aware of. So he's kind of like a point of contact, or Cat Blazers is a point of contact for these new paths of exploration. And communications, of course. So we have communications, we have engineering, we have EIP editing, we have process standardization, and we have public awareness. So these are some of the various projects, kind of interconnected projects that ECH is involved in. And that's basically my short overview of what ECH is working on at the moment. But also I found that ECH is very open to new projects. So if you have something in mind about how ECH can help improve the Ethereum community, you can definitely propose those projects to the group, and everybody talks about it. And even if you may think that it's a project that may not get support, it's good to tell the idea to other people, and they may actually give you really good suggestions. Yeah, so this is what the projects are, but they can also change over time because people and community members are coming and going, and the dynamic of the group is really based on who is involved in which projects at what time. So it's kind of a decentralized, a dynamic group. So this is what's happening now, but we don't know what's going to happen next year. So that's also kind of the decentralization part of it. I think one of the ways you can keep tabs on what's happening in terms of events, because there's so many events happening at the same time, is looking at the calendar, and you will see that there are already so many meetings that are happening by the end of January. And the ECH general meeting, of course, is on 1st of Feb, but ECH is also involved in Ethereum community meetings that you can see on the calendar over here that you can join or see on YouTube. And you can get more information about Ethereum developers meetings over here. And I would also suggest going to ECH YouTube to see all the meetings in detail. Okay. So that's my brief overview of ECH. If you would like to ask any questions to the core members, please go ahead. Let me stop the share screen. Okay.
That's very good overview of the Ethereum cat herders and the working and the ways how to get people involved here. Thank you so much for that. And I suppose the website is already providing a lot of information, but if you have any question, try to join us on the ECH Discord, and we'll try to help out with the questions. And if you have suggestions to incorporate them, if not nothing much, at least we can introduce you to the right team, which can probably help you lead your ideas further. And yeah, if you guys have any question, anything to share, please feel free.
I have a quick, thanks for that overview. So you mentioned, like the EIP pieces needing help. Are there any specific things that like you immediately need somebody to jump into and help with, or I think there's another meeting next week, which is the regularly scheduled ECH meeting. What's the best way to kind of find something to to do right now?
Pooja can answer.
I can take this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take this. So the regular Ethereum cat herders meeting is a very good place to start, because there we get the overall updates of what all tasks the other cat herders are engaged with. And that is a place where we also ask for help and support. Like if someone is working on any task and something is missing over there, we generally try to announce that in the meeting. So that's a good place to get all this information. But other than that, we have a specific channels for specific discussion. For example, the EIPs. For EIPs, we are engaged with multiple tasks. One is a process improvement. Then there is another meeting called EIP, IP, where we talk especially about how to improve the process, how we can help a new person come on board and document a proposal for Ethereum chain, which can be used by different project and or even the client development team. So that is there. We provide support with educating new author to document proposal. Then comes PEEP and EAP meeting. So this PEEP and EAP meeting, what we try to do here is any proposal that someone is finding hard to understand, because the EIP, the way it is documented, it is mostly the specification, but there are people who would like to get high level understanding of the proposal so they can decide whether or not to implement in their different project. So we invite those kind of audiences and participants to share their concern with the author, and we invite the author to answer all these questions after giving an overview of the proposals. These are the two related to EIPs, but there is another one where we are actually inviting active participation. It's on the reviewing part of the proposal. So once a proposal is proposed on EIP GitHub, that is open for editor as well as community to jump in and share their feedback. How do they feel about this proposal? And if they have any suggestion to maybe improve it, or maybe they are trying to implement then in their project, they can share the information. But as a contributor, as an external reviewer, you can always share your feedback about the proposal. How do you feel? So that's related to EIPs. And in a similar way, we have different tasks. Like at present, there is a team who is working on the Python implementation of Ethereum yellow paper. So if you have something, some expertise in that line, or you would like to contribute, we are actually looking at active contribution in that section as well.
Yeah, I think that it sounds like something that I think I could help with, and it actually kind of sounds, it's kind of getting my mind going a little bit in terms of things that we can do there. So yeah, if there's a good way to kind of get engaged with that, I'd be happy to do that. And then I'm planning to join next week's meeting, and I guess what other things come up.
That would be really nice. Thank you. I know the onboarding form that does not capture like particular details, and I can see that you have already requested to support with documentation of notes and other blogs related stuff. But if there is anything specific that is of your higher interest after like following the ECH bi-weekly meeting, if you think that there is something that you would like to contribute, you can always let us know in the meeting, or feel free to leave a message on the Discord.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Victor. Juan, would you like to ask any question?
No, I'm okay. I'm listening. Thank you.
Okay, it may be that you will have a question later, and if you are already on the Discord, you can ask the question in the general channel or in the technical questions channel, or you can even reach out to Pooja or me, or my username is @metago, so you can reach out to any of us, or even join the general meeting and ask that question later. So everybody's really welcoming in terms of answering any questions.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess if there are no more questions, then I guess we can end the meeting. I would like to thank everyone for joining the meeting, and I will have another monthly meeting next in February. At the end of February, I will announce the date and the time soon, and I hope everybody gets involved, and I hope to see you all at the next week's meeting. Thank you so much. I really appreciated it. Thank you.
Thank you
And
for your
just-
time.
And just one last piece of information: if you are already on the ECH Discord, please keep looking at the events. That would help you understand like when is the next meeting coming up, not related to the onboarding, but any meeting that cat headers are engaged with. So if you are interested, you are welcome to participate.
Yes, please do.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, you mentioned events. What's the? I'm looking through. I think I'm on the Discord now.
So
If
if you
you-
go to the top corner of the Discord channel, you can find events, and at the moment we have 3 events added over there.
Okay, yeah, I see. Okay, got it.
That is generally where we add all the upcoming meetings. So in case anyone is not subscribed, and we are trying to like, because this is not possible that we can be inviting everyone via calendar, it's open to everyone. So we try to add all the events related information there. By events, it doesn't mean that it has to be specific events, but it has to be any meeting that cat herders are organizing, and you are welcome to join.
Thank you for the information, Pooja.
Yeah, and thank you, Shubhangi, for organizing this. This is great. I hope to see like now Victor and Juan even in the next newcomers meeting, because now that you already are aware of the processes, maybe you would be an inspiration for new people who would be joining the next meeting. So yeah, thank you everyone for taking out time and joining us today.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good night,
Thanks.
good morning, and good afternoon.
Have a good one.
All right,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye.
See you. Nice to meet you, everyone.